We're focusing on South Africa, and to start, here is a video that we believe is a good representation of the country's problems.
High unemployment and crime are some of the reasons why it's hard to grow up here. Many people still don't have access to clean running water, electricity and decent accommodation. And for many children who grow up in poor communities, they just want to get out of here, escape the poverty. But that's not easy to do. Teboko Mabiwe lives in the heart of Johannesburg's central business district, Hillbrow. Many here associate this place with robberies, rape, murder, and another issue close to Teboko's heart, teenage pregnancy. His mother had him when she was a teenager and struggled to raise him.
It causes a lot.
South Africa is known as the rape capital of the world. Growing up in South Africa as a young girl means that you are more likely to be raped than you are to learn how to read. With these funds, our organization will establish a much-needed support system with lawyers and counselors that can encourage rape victims to press charges and instruct them of their legal rights. The problem in South Africa is not a lack of law against rape, but the inability of rapes to be reported and punishments to be carried out. Hopefully this can increase the number of rape convictions and maybe even create a society where a little girl is more likely to read a book than she is to be raped. South Africa has been neglected in terms of health. Many people are infected with AIDS and do not even know it. The problem is many people have contracted this deadly disease from the extremes of rape. And after being raped, they do not seek out medical help because they feel ashamed or embarrassed. These people need to seek help, and it starts with psychological help. If we pair up with Similela, a pre-existing institution, we can expand their facilities by providing monetary funds that they are lacking. This health center will help victims feel at ease and hopefully bring them back for any medical need and promote a healthier South Africa. Education is the main factor in solving the issues that plague South Africa. It is important that people have the skills to carry themselves through life, whether it is with writing or water conservation. School programs can also impact the long-standing cultural ideas that hinder the country's development. With education, we plan to slowly change the attitudes towards AIDS and teach children and adults alike. With specialized classes and workshops, we can also teach people how to conserve resources and use the land to the best of its capacity. Lack of community structure is a major problem in South Africa. Many children and young adults do not attend school and come from dysfunctional families. As a result, many of them live on the streets and get involved in crime. To build the community structure, community centers will be established to provide safe places to keep people off the streets. The activities will include movie nights, athletic facilities, daycare-like centers for children, and seminars to help bring awareness to the issues present in the country. South Africa's crime problem stems from quite a few causes. Mainly the country's inefficient criminal justice system, lack of support for those who are victimized by crimes, high youth unemployment, and economic inequality tend to be the major contributors. What we can do about these problems is establish a facet of our community centers that aim directly at dealing with crime. These crime centers will establish neighborhood watch programs, provide preventative training clinics to citizens, support clinics for victims, aid in navigating the legal system, and attempt to build stronger bonds between the workers with the criminal justice system and the community to establish trust. $2.5 billion will be put towards our South African health programs. $2.5 billion will be put towards our crime preventative initiatives. $1.8 billion will be used for empowering South African education. $1.6 billion will be utilized to establish community centers in South Africa. And lastly, $1.6 billion will be allocated to help citizens navigate the court system and utilize rape support systems.
it goes.